Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us today, and thank you to Lake Sumter State College for providing us with coverage as well. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola, and we're on today with Mount Dora Christian Academy's Kolby Tackett. We also have a couple players we're going to be getting on in just a little bit, but looking forward to a great season. Coach, I want to thank you for coming on and joining us today.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're already off to a hot start in the 2024 season. You're technically 2-0, really, in the regular season, 1-0, but coming off of a big victory last week, a 34-7 victory. Let's talk about your team coming into 2024.
Yeah, we retained a lot of our players through the offseason, and we're really proud of that. And then anytime you're going into year two versus year one, you expect some growth, and we've had that. We've got some guys that have stepped up. We have really great senior leadership, and it makes it really fun to coach. So they know what the expectations are, and they just kind of hit the ground running. We had complete buy-in in the off season, and clearly the first two results have been good. We haven't played our cleanest, but there's definitely room for improvement. But when you're 2-0, I'm hard to complain too much about that.
Well, you've got a heck of a game coming up this weekend. You're going to be playing against Umatilla High School, kind of a crosstown rival coming into your place this weekend. That's going to be a lot of fun for the guys to go up against a good quality school like Umatilla High.
Yeah, and a lot of our guys know their players, and their players know us, and that makes it fun. And they've done a great job from where that program was, a few years back to where it is now. He's got his group playing really, really hard, and so we know it's a great challenge, and they're physical, like they're the traditional like Umatilla, like they're going to be physical, and we have to figure out if we can match that or not, and we'll find that out on Friday.
Yeah, Coach Samuels has done a great job with the Umatilla program, and he's really kind of revitalizing that program. They had one win last year, but it was really a rebuilding year for them. Now coming in, they have a win themselves. They're coming in, so both teams kind of setting themselves up as well in the Sunshine State. And let's talk about the Sunshine State as well. I feel like that conference is becoming more and more competitive every single year, Coach.
Yeah, I think you look at our league and who we play, and then you compare it to other teams or bigger schools, and we compete with all those schools. I think it's just a preference of this one or that one, honestly. But yeah, the league itself, it's competitive, it's strong. We have a great reputation in the league, and we have a great reputation among this area that, we're in that league, but we'll play, we'll play the public schools. Like we're not afraid to do that. So I think it's good for our league. It's good for the surrounding community, and it's been good for Umatilla as well. Like, we talk about us being in the league. Umatilla hopped in that league, and they're doing a great job. I think they're 2-0. Actually, I know they're 2-0. But it provides that competitive balance on some things where you don't always have that at the FHSAA level, especially the higher classifications. But we can get into all that later.
Yeah, for sure. The difference between the FHSAA and the Sunshine State Conference, two different athletic conferences. A lot of teams have elected to sort of hop over to the Sunshine State. I think that for a lot of teams, it's worked out for them so far, which is great to see. But for you you're coming into your second season here at Mount Dora Christian Academy. You've been a coach for them before, but now back for your second full-time season now in the 2020s here. How has things changed for you as far as the high school landscape is go?
Every year I feel like it changes, right? When I was in Tennessee, those coaches up there would complain about like the transfer portal in college and it's ruining college football. I was like, man, I coached in Florida where that was invented in high school football before it even hit the college ranks. But yeah, every year it's changing. And now with like the NIL for high school athletes, that's on the table to pass. Like, you have to adapt, or this will leave you in the dust, because it's always changing each year. Rules and regulations and what's allowed and what's not allowed, it's constantly evolving. So we just try to do our best to educate ourselves and make sure we're adapting with that as well.
Absolutely. And you also have some really cool projects that Mount Dora Christian Academy is working on. We've got the gym that's finishing up over there. And then you also have potentially a new athletic complex coming to the football field. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I could talk a little bit about it. I can't talk a lot about it. I do know that the reason I came back was because I believed in the alignment and where we were at with the alignment. our school right now wants to continue to push to have the best of everything: academics, spiritual development, and athletic facilities. And so there's been some key pushes for that. That's about all I could say right now. But there are some big things on our horizon for sure.
For sure. And Mount Dora Christian Academy, the last couple of years, I mean, of course, they were Mount Dora Bible for a long time, became Mount Dora Christian Academy. It's a school with a rich history. And I absolutely love that, especially for our area. And having a school such as Mount Dora Christian Academy in that area, I think is so important, Coach.
Yeah. And I think that's been really cool coming back is like, it's a program now because, I have former players coming back to speak, and I think you get that because of the amount of time you've been here. It also reminds me that I'm getting old. I'm getting old because they're all coming back to talk. But our former players are very proud of our program, and it makes our current players very proud of our program. And that's what you want as a coach. You want them to be proud of where they're at. And our kids have done a good job of really kind of setting that school culture of, hey, we're going to be involved in everything. And, our football team is going to be at the volleyball games. And we've had really great turnouts as well at football. I mean, we've had packed stands. Even last week, we were kicking off at 9 o'clock. I'm like, there's not going to be anybody here. And we walk out. I'm like, there's a lot of people here at 9 o'clock in the rain and, miserable conditions. So it's been just a community effort to increase our game day environment and stuff like that. And, again, we have great players that get that done every week.
And we're going to talk to a couple of those players coming up in just a moment. They're sitting off screen, but they're going to be we're going to be welcoming them on in just a little bit. And your defense looking really good this year. Let's talk about your offense too. I guess some statistics right here. Nathan Roach, 14 for 23, starting things off, 242 yards and 4 touchdowns thrown. Last year, this team was a little bit more of a run team. Now you guys are not afraid to throw the football coming into 2024.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing that we looked at in the offseason. Obviously, we want to be balanced, like 50-50. Yeah, I don't think any team wants to be like 80-20. I think last year we were closer to 70-30 run to pass. So obviously being in year 2, kids know what to do, where to go with the football, and they've done a good job. And, you kind of look at Nathan's numbers and you kind of say, well, hey, it's okay to start, but we also had a running clock midway through the second quarter against Orangewood. So you don't have a ton of time to continue to throw the ball, and you don't want to do that to other teams, especially when you're up big. But then the conditions last week, as far as throwing the football, just weren't conducive to throwing the ball. But he rushed for 140 yards. So obviously we want to live in that balanced world of 50-50 as well as we can.
Well, coming up, we're going to talk to Yemisone Ross coming up here on the Sports Hub. We're going to get him on. And then we're also going to be talking to Tyler Hutto on the program as well. We'll be getting them on in just a little bit. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have more on Mount Dora Christian Academy.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. Thanks for coming on. We got Mount Dora Christian Academy right now. Kolby Tackett with us, the head coach of the football program, and we've got Yemisone Ross with us as well. So Yemisone, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking for big things out of the defense this season. Yemisone, you have already started off the year really big. You got 2 scoop and scores this week. If you don't know what that is, that's when the defense takes a fumble and runs it into the end zone for a touchdown. You've had a great start to the season. What's the season been like for you so far?
It's been good. I just came back off an injury, so I'm just trying to show the world what I can do right now and just I just want to get better.
Yeah, definitely. Coming off an injury, coach, is always really difficult, but this guy's a hard worker. He comes back, and he's coming back for his senior year, and looking for him to contribute this year, I think.
Yeah, I think the hardest part of an injury is when it's a season-ending injury like he had. It's very easy for those kids to just get phased out. Like they don't feel like they're a part of it anymore. And I know when we were up there lifting in the off season, he was in the training room and he's doing everything he was supposed to be doing. So it's a testament to him of constantly doing everything in his power to be out on that field. That first game back against Orangewood, I mean, I thought he was going to do backflips before we even got out there. He was so excited. So it's awesome as a coach to watch a player like that.
So what is that like to play for a program that appreciates you like Mount Dora Christian Academy does? I mean, they worked hard with you in the off season to make sure you were all good. I know Coach Z is always looking out for people as well. What is it like to play for Mount Dora Christian Academy?
Feels good when you're in that Christian environment, and because there's a lot going on in the world right now. So when you're in that Christian environment and they care a lot about you, it just builds you up and makes you a better man.
What are some of the things that you've learned here at Mount Dora Christian Academy, maybe whether it's on the field or off the field, that you take with you every single day?
Really the brotherhood and like just being in God's word and worshiping Him.
And he's talking about brotherhood, and really, it reminds me of the team last year that you had. That team was so, I felt so much brotherly love from that team last year, and they were able to go out and win a conference championship last year. And, that's, I think, very important when you have that kind of team camaraderie, Coach.
Yeah. What's funny about all that is we don't ever talk about postseason goals or anything like that. Obviously, we want to win. We're competitive, but we really want to grow closer as a team, and that's cliche, is like coach speak. But we focus a whole lot more on that than X's and O's, because if we don't love each other, if we don't have each other's back, it's a miserable experience. I mean, I've been a part of that as a player, and I decided when I was a coach, I don't want to have that culture. No, it's been great. It's a fun place, and we got great kids.
Yeah, they definitely have some really good kids, and not just off the field, but on the field, of course. Yemisone, 2 scoop and scores this season. You have quite a few tackles as well on the year so far. What's it been like getting back out onto the football field for you? Because it's been quite a while since you were playing. Coach was talking about how excited you were to get back out there. What was that like to get back there out onto the field?
We were just talking about this earlier. Like, it's kind of scary, but when you love the game so much, it's just like that's all you want to do. And you can push past that and just keep working.
When did you first start playing football as well?
I started playing when I was younger, probably like 5, 6 years old, because of my brother. They were like big on football in my whole family. And my uncle was a coach before, and he used to coach us, me and my cousin. So it's like it's just been in my heart this whole time.
Yeah, and you played for DeLand in the past. Of course, now you play with Mount Dora Christian Academy, so doing great things for them. What are you most looking forward to about 2024?
I want to see another championship, really, and want to make it to the next level, play for college, and just keep going as much as I can.
Definitely. We want to see a couple of guys for Mount Dora Christian Academy playing at the next level as well. It's a great school to earn opportunities at. You talk about even the Armed Forces Academy is really big that they recruit at Mount Dora Christian Academy. You got some players at Army right now. You've got Air Force. You got players that go to Navy. Talk about that as well. I feel like more than any other school, Mount Dora Christian Academy pushes these kids to the Service Academy.
Yeah, I mean, the service academies have a great presence on our campus just because they trust what they're going to get. All of those kids that you've mentioned are all still part of that program. So they're not getting like the one and dones. If we always tell them, if you're going to go play college sports, you better make it, make it stick. And so I think that's why they keep coming back, is just because we have a really good track record. And, we might be a small school, but we're second to nobody when it comes to putting people at the next level. And we're very proud of that. We're probably the smallest school in the area. But again, we're right there with the Lake Mineolas of getting guys scholarships, and we're proud of that. We're proud of the work that our kids do, and we're proud of what they do academically, which sometimes gets kind of thrown under the rug. But their academic rigor is really challenging at our school. But that also sets them up to be successful when they get to that next level.
And obviously, you coming into your senior year, you've had plenty of experience, and now you got guys that are below you as well, the underclassmen, stuff like that. What do you tell them? How do you try to teach them, or how do you try to mentor them? Because you're kind of in a leadership role now.
I just try to keep the energy up, try to push them to do whatever they can to get better, and just try to be the best leader as I can.
Absolutely. And leadership is so important on the team. And really, you've had it at Mount Dora Christian Academy. You got some really good leaders. I mean, Owen Draves was a fantastic leader last season. You had him on the defense. What's it been like losing him and kind of being challenged to find a replacement for Owen?
You can't replace Owen. You know, Owen's Owen, and we miss him. Obviously, we miss him. But what Owen did was set a great expectation for those linemen now, and they know what to expect, and they know the level that it takes, and the commitment, and the outside of the practices, the amount of work you have to put in. So, again, we have great kids. I feel like I sound like a broken record, but we really do have great kids that know that they can just set a high expectation, and our younger players see that, and we don't have to coach that. Like they know what to do, and they know the level of practice that it takes. So. Yeah, it's great.
Well, you're going to be playing tight end as well at points this season. So coming up there as well, you have Frank Hicks as a wide receiver. You got Sean Moore as wide receivers as well. I feel like they bring a lot of energy out there. What is it like playing with guys like that? You got Nathan Roach, Frank Hicks, Sean Moore. I mean, I feel like they bring a lot of energy to the team.
I've been playing with Nate for like 2 years now, and he's just been on it, and I can't let him leave me behind. And Frank, he's just a dog out there, and our receivers just love him because they put in the work, and even if all them not seniors, they know what they want to do. And
do you ever mess up Nathan and Seth? They got twins on the team. If you weren't aware, Nathan Roach has a twin brother, Seth Roach. So looking forward to his season as well. But yeah, just really exciting about what Mount Dora Christian Academy has going on this year. You look at the schedule, a lot of games that I think that you can win and challenge for. And really, at the end of the day, this team could contend for a championship in the Sunshine. I know you don't like to look too far ahead,
I
but
was just about to be like, we got a big challenge this week. Let's just be here right now. And they've heard that a lot in our team meetings, but yeah.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to the season. Want to thank you for coming on to the program, learn a little bit more about yourself. Anything else you want to say about 2024? What else can we expect from Yemisone in 2024?
I'm just trying to go big.
Yeah, go big or go home, right, Coach?
I like it.
I like the plan. All right. Well, thanks for coming on to the program. When we come back, we're going to be talking to Tyler Hutto coming up here on the program, and we'll be right back.
Are you ready for your future to take flight? Whether you're graduating high school or looking to level up, Lake Sumter State College offers affordable degrees and certificates that will punch your ticket to success in a rewarding career. Plus, with programs like Direct Connect to UCF, your opportunities with LSSC are endless. So, what are you waiting for? Join us in Leesburg, Claremont, Sumterville, Four Corners, or online. Learn more at lssc.edu.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. I'm your host, Kyle Coppola. Thanks for joining us here today. We got Mount Dora Christian Academy on with us. We're talking with Coach Kolby Tackett, and we also have Tyler Hutto on the program with us. And Tyler, I want to thank you for coming on with us, and looking forward to a great season out of you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're looking forward to big things. And Tyler, you play on the defensive side of the football. You've had some really good things going on in 2024. Let's talk about your season. And you've come to a Mount Dora Christian Academy program from Leesburg High School. You had a huge year last year playing for Leesburg. You made it to the regional semifinals last year. What is 2024 looking like for you?
2024 is looking very good for me. It's early in the season, but I only see my performance going up and the team performance going up. So my coach doesn't like us to talk about like the future, but I think we're going to get there and we're going to keep getting better throughout the year.
Well, you're definitely, we can see already. I mean, you are outscoring opponents 88-7 through 2 games this season. That is impressive stuff, and that says a lot about your defense, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get defensive scores, turnovers, and 3-and-outs, block punts as well, that's how you can sway a game and set your offense up with a short field. So yeah, everybody's kind of playing complimentary football right now, but we're not playing at our best yet. I will be very clear to say that we're not there yet.
So you've transferred from Leesburg High School last year. You transferred to Mount Dora Christian Academy here coming into this is your senior year you're coming into. What has it been like to play for Mount Dora?
It's not different at all, actually. The only difference is, like, the school is this not public school, I would say.
Yeah.
And we're learning more about God every day, so that's the only difference. Football is the same.
Yeah, definitely. You come into 2024 and you got 11 tackles already on the season, 6 solo and 4 tackles for a loss. So you're getting in there, you're disrupting the backfield. Let's talk about your play so far. I mean, those are impressive numbers for just 2 games.
Yes, sir.
I think a pump block's on there too, but
Yeah.
we'll just add that on there.
Not only about pump block, I guess you've caused a fumble. Your boy that we just talked to was able to scoop and score one of those fumbles, so that's very important going into the year as well. Let's talk about that as well for the defensive side of stuff. Having a defense is so important, of course, in high school, but when you can transition and make teams go 4 and out, that's so huge in the sport of high school.
For sure. And I think our defensive line this year, like if you were to tell me like what's that area that really stands out to you, I think it'd be our defensive line. Obviously, we're anchored by Mikey Napoli in the middle at linebacker, but our defensive line really does a good job of causing some chaos and allowing our backers to just kind of flow and get to the ball. So as a coach, you don't have to do a whole lot because you got really good players that listen, and that's awesome. It's fun to coach.
Absolutely. And Tyler, now coming into your senior year, you've been playing quite a while. When did you get into football?
I got into football, I would say, when I was 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
You fell in love with it. How did you fall in love with hitting people, or did you just fall in love with the sport? How did you choose defense for your?
I chose defense because I really wasn't the best at offense, but I wasn't bad. And then I started getting bigger and muscular, and then I just fell in love with hitting people. So I just wanted to be on the defensive side.
I think you're not just a football player; you also play basketball as well. Are you going to be on the basketball team this year?
Yes, sir, I will be.
Yeah, that's exciting as well. So multi-sport athlete here, Tyler is, and very impressive athlete too. When he stands up, you're like, well, I wouldn't want to get hit by him. So talk about the athletes that you have on the team this year.
We're talented. There's no doubt we're talented. We got really good players physically. We looked the part. We had Xavier Dalton last year, and we had to replace that, and luckily we have Tyler now to replace him. But more importantly, they're men of high character. They're men of God. They're men of their faith, and they're not afraid to check people on that. And football's great, and we love football, but what they do outside of football with their character, with the way that they interact with our sub-varsity football team and the way they coach those young guys up and the way they're not afraid to lead prayers and be examples on campus. That's what makes me really, really proud of them. Football's great, but they do all of those other little things that I'm just so proud.
That's great coming from your head coach there, Kolby Tackett. He's a very inspirational coach, I think. Does a great job, of course, in the community with the players. What is it like to play under Coach Kolby Tackett?
It's actually good. Like, I never had a coach that I could just come to about anything, like outside of football and with football. And just to have the coach that just wants the best for you in all aspects of life. So, yeah.
And I feel like that's with a lot of people over at Mount Dora Christian Academy. People are very approachable over there, and it's not just you; it's all the coaches. It's Megan Ziegelhofer, one of the athletic directors over there. Everybody seems like they're very approachable. And I'm not saying that public school isn't like that, but Mount Dora Christian Academy, I think, does a really good job with the mental health of the students.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all about relationships, and I think if you look at Stephen Hayes, I think he's been there 20 plus years, and Jason Sanders is coming up, I think, on his 7th year as the baseball coach, and this will be my 7th year at Mount Dora Christian. So longevity, there's a reason we're there a long time, is because we are relational, and that starts from the very top. Our president, our new president's in chapel on Friday, getting them all riled up. Like that's what it's all about. You don't see that everywhere. So it's definitely a pretty cool environment.
What are some of the things that football has taught you, whether it's on the field, whether it's off the field? What are some of the best things that you've learned in your career now that you're in your senior year?
The best things I learned from football, how to definitely how to communicate with people. And I would say it just brings like relationships, I guess, like friendships and things like that. So
have you had an experience during your football career? Because there's always really good things that happen off the field with your boys, whether it's camps or stuff like that. Do you have a favorite experience at a camp? Maybe he could talk about it. Maybe he can't talk about it. He's thinking real hard.
Yes, we had a camping trip with Coach Tackett, and I did not want to go on a camping trip, but it was actually fun. It was a lot of quality time, and I think that helped us as a team to get closer with each other and just do things outside. And I'm not an outside person, so yeah, that brought us closer together and stuff like that.
Did he make you build the fire? So
he made us put up our tents, and he failed to mention that it was sprinklers out there, so everybody got wet, and yeah.
So a little.
I'm guilty on that one.
Kind of a little hazing going on right now.
Unintentional. We do an annual camping trip every year, and we take their phones, and in the first 2 hours they're all miserable, and because it's Florida and it's hot and you're outside, and then by that 3 hour mark, everybody's playing. We're playing dominoes, cornhole, fishing. I think we accidentally caught a gator. We gave it back. We turned it back, but it was just a wild time. But it's a great time, great time with the team.
And it's a great time playing football. You're coming into your senior year. I was always sad when I came into my senior year and it was over for high school. What's been your favorite part about playing high school football?
My favorite part, I don't think I have one yet. Maybe when we get to the state championship, I'll have one.
Yeah, I'm hoping Mount Dora Christian Academy can make it to that state championship. I know he doesn't like to talk about the state championship, but really you went to a conference championship last year, and that was big for the school and the program to come back. And this program has a rich history of going to championships and being competitive. And you went down to Lakeland and you made it happen last year. Tyler Klein had a big game, and so did a bunch of other guys. And there's another player that you're trying to replace this year is Tyler Klein.
Yeah, and luckily we've had guys step up, but he's doing his thing up at school right now. He called me last week, said he aced his conditioning test, and he's second on the depth chart, and that's what you want to see.
That's awesome. That's absolutely terrific. As far as you, have you learned anything from Coach Tackett that maybe you could share with us as well? I mean, Coach Tackett's taught a lot of kids over the years. He started in the area. He ended up going to Tennessee for a couple of years. Now back with Mount Dora Christian Academy, and I feel like there's a reason he comes back to Mount Dora Christian Academy. And a lot of people come back and they give back to the Bulldog program. What are some of the things that he's taught you so far?
I would say definitely dealing with college coaches and our coaching staff. Like, he helps me communicate with them the appropriate way.
Communication. He keeps bringing up communication. Communication is so important with your group. Well, why is communication so important to you? Of course, you're a head coach and communication is important, but for guys in life, communication is very important.
I don't think it's coached enough. I think we live in a society where everybody's on their phones, and we don't feel like we need to talk to each other. And so we have those talks. Like, when you come to my office, like, let's not be on your phone. Let's learn how to talk in person. And it's just benefited these guys, because now when I know a recruiter's coming to talk to them, the way they conduct themselves, yes sir, no sir, or how's your day? Yeah, they can have those conversations. It's not a text message or a DM on Twitter. Like, they actually have to have meaningful face-to-face conversations, and so that carries over to the football field as well. And so it's been good for us. Yep. Whether
it's a championship or not, hopefully it is. What defines a successful season for you, Tyler?
A successful season. I'm not a selfish player, so I want all my teammates to have great stats. So yeah, and just us with the brotherhood, like being friends and brothers outside of football, really. So that would be successful for me. Everybody staying out of trouble after the season. So, yeah.
Definitely staying out of trouble after the season. We also have this beautiful helmet right here as well. This is the brand new Mount Dora Christian Academy helmet this season. It looks really good. You've got some really nice sticker decals on it. And then, of course, you're wearing the new colors from Mount Dora Christian Academy. I love the uniforms this year. When you pulled these uniforms out for the first time for these guys, what were their thoughts?
Well, first of all, I think they were on to me because they thought it was purple. And I said, if you would just trust me, and when we run out, it'll be fine. And then they did, and it looked great. But no, I've always wanted to do a lighter blue. And then I watched Tulane in a bowl game this past season. I said, yeah, we're doing it. So luckily we have an athletic director that approved it, and yeah, we're ready to roll.
You've got a couple sets this year too. You got Tulane green. You've got obviously the blue sets, and then you've got this black set that looks really, really on point too. Do you have a favorite set that you like to wear?
This is probably the favorite one.
Yeah, he likes that one so far, and I just want to wish you guys the best of luck this upcoming season. Very excited for you, and you are already off to a hot start, and so is your boy over there as well. We wish the best of luck to both of you guys going forward, and hopefully you guys can get a state championship this year from Mount Dora Christian Academy.
Thank you.
I got one more, Coach, for you, Coach. A question for you. For you, I mean, championships are championships, but at the end of the day, what defines a successful season for you?
Our players maximizing their ability, and not just football. Again, we're going to have kids that are going to go into the workforce. A successful season for me is going to be in 5 years, are they being productive members of society? And again, is that cliche? Probably, but it really is true, because if we win a football, look, nobody cares. Like, no, in 10 years, nobody's going to care about that. What they're going to care about is, what are you doing as a man, as a father, as a leader? So in 10 years, I'll know if this season was successful or not.
Very wise words, Coach. I want to again thank you guys for coming on to the program. That's going to do it for the Sports Hub this week. I want to thank UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics, as well as Lake Sumter State College, for everything they provide. Once again, guys, thanks for coming on, and we'll see you on the next edition of the Sports Hub.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.